My wife couldn't bear to face those memories either.
Oh.
So she chose to start a new life. Without me. One day when I came home from work and saw the empty room, I felt like I couldn't breathe. Subconsciously, I started to imagine that they were still there.
But I mean, they aren't.
I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made me feel any better, so I just embraced the delusion.
But still, here's still the weird question. What's up with Mitya then?
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism, I know. But at least it's not a crime. So explain your false testimony then.
I'm getting the vibe he just really wanted a child again.
The night before last,
I suspect.
when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned that her brother would brew medicine for her from frost fairy flower leaves. Combined with her various symptoms, I suddenly understood everything, including the fact that she was deceased. The snow cough used to be an incurable illness. I would pick frost fairy flower leaves to brew medicine for Iskra too.
Interesting note there.
It took hours and hours on the stove. But the year after my daughter passed away, the jester of the Fatui announced that a cure for frost blight, also known as the snow cough, had finally been developed.
Oh, but it's of course
It turned
came
out that
too
all
late.
Previous treatments were completely ineffective. No better than random concoctions. That was the final straw for me. I just couldn't take it anymore. Just one more year. One more year. And everything would have been okay. So, more than anyone,
That's
I know
why
full
I
well
then
that in
believe
this day and
that's why
age,
he
no
basically
one in
ended
their
up
right
taking
mind would still be
Tonya as
using
like
frost flower leaves to brew medicine for the snow cough.
replacement child, basically.
Poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when snow cough was still a terminal illness.
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though you
That, in
knew
my
she was
opinion,
one
must
of
have
the
been
dead?
what happened. Even though you knew that protecting her could get you killed.
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already dead. What did you hope to achieve by protecting her?
I just don't believe in your crackpot theories, nor do I approve of your actions. How can you just declare a living person dead and throw them out into that snowstorm? Mitya's gone. My good buddy Shram's gone. And now it's Tonya's turn, isn't it?
I mean, I don't think we have much of a choice.
The others I can make my peace with, but little Miss Tonya, here she is, standing right in front of us, alive and breathing, and fighting her own battles.
Or I still would really like to
quite
know what
happy to
really
say
was,
she's dead.
what really happened to Mitya. Or like, what do we know about Mitya
I just want her
specifically?
to live. Once this snowstorm is over, the very moment it stops, I'm going to march out that door and find someone who can fetch the very best medicine for her snow cough.
But that's not how it works.
Damned if I'm gonna let you cast her out into the snowstorm before I have the chance to cure her.
That's just not how it's going to
Not
work.
again.
It's like,
Not this time.
there's no
Now
way
when
she
the
can
cure
get
is
out.
Right within our grasp. I'd never.
Mr. Chuganov, stop. I can't let you do this.
Tonya.
By the sounds of it, you've known I was dead since the night before last, right?
Also interesting, Chuganov doesn't even know if he's next.
I really liked Mr. Valeri, Mr. Mitya, and Miss Vodyanitsa. And now they're all dead because of me. I'm not happy about that. The reality is, you've been trying to fight your own demons through me. But all you've really done is trap me inside your delusion along with you.
And also that.
No. Listen to me. I want to save you. I do.
but he makes
At
everything
this point,
worse.
I'm quite sure that I'm dead. I don't need to be saved. The time I got to spend with all of you is more than enough for me.
Chuganov realistically has such a massive
Despite
ego
all
if
the
you
bad
think
things
about
that
it.
kept happening, I got to meet so many interesting people and spend so many days and nights by your side. Since the day I escaped that hospital until now, this has been an adventure I never even dared to dream of. I'm very fond of you all. If it were only possible,
Makes
I'd
me
trade
wonder
my
how
soul
long
to
has
bring
she
back
been
the
walking
ones
around?
who
Like, did
died.
she just wake
If it
up
meant things didn't
in
have to end like
this time zone? I'm just going to call it era. That's the
And
proper
that's
word
why
I'm looking
not
for.
fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov.
I'm sorry.
It's them that you owe an apology to, sir. Not me. Well then, I suppose this is it. It's time for my adventure to end.
The question
I've
is
caused
what will
enough
happen.
trouble.
You're leaving already?
Still, we don't know what
It's
happens
still
to
early.
Mitya.
Don't you want to stay a little longer?
No, thank you. Oh, and by the way, my name is Patashka. It was nice meeting you all. Feels strange that we're only being properly introduced now that it's time to say goodbye.
I have to agree with that one.
Tashka,
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Wait, is he also going to try to
let me
leave?
leave. I can't keep lying to myself anymore.
The thing is, we still don't know
your
what the
dreams.
snowstorm will
Don't
do.
think you're getting off that easy when you had a hand in the deaths of so many people. The Fatui have honed quite an array of enhanced interrogation techniques since they were founded. Once we're out of here, Lelik will personally give you a taste of every last one.
And I suspect he's not into that. The snowstorm continues as if it will never stop. Nighttime soon falls once again.
I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know, this storm might have destroyed all of Snezhnaya by now.
I'm starting to feel the
Even the
same
whole
way. Maybe
world.
this is the heat of the universe. What? I mean, that's a fair point, though. We don't actually know. Part of me would like to know what would happen next night. Because, like, in theory, if the theory is right, nothing should happen.
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today. Maybe let's at least try to
Alyosha
enjoy tonight.
does that. What I'm like trying to say.
Fair enough. I don't particularly feel like dying in Chuganov's company anyway.
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note, if we do make it out of here, you should close down that factory of yours. A lot of people are
Would it
freezing
really
thanks to
matter?
you.
Like, I feel like based on this situation, how the situation looks like, it's probably a bit of makes
this
like
really the
there's
time to
still
be
not
discussing
enough
my
to go
factory?
for, right?
All right, fine. I'll shut it down. Doesn't matter to me anymore.
Oh, hang on.
Am I hearing things? Or was that a knock at the door?
To be fair, I feel like it's a little quieter than before.
There it is again. But I don't understand. The snowstorm hasn't stopped, has it?
Not. It feels a little quieter, but I guess I haven't really paid attention to the snowstorm noises. Maybe the snowstorm has brought us some unwanted visitors, or perhaps it's the rescue team that Valerie mentioned.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? Is this nightmare finally over? If the last few days are anything to go by, I probably shouldn't be getting my hopes up.
There must be a clue to this.
Whatever lies beyond that door at this moment. It could be something even more terrifying than everything we've been through so far.
Or it's price reward. I don't know. Well, we will have to find out. I'm just going to check one thing real quick. I just need to check one thing real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on a quick break, but make sure to not go anywhere because I'll be right back in just 5 minutes time. I'll see you then. Alright, welcome back to more Genshin as we're about to reveal what's suddenly been knocking on the door. Who knows what happened? Was it? That was my room. Like, there's still a gap in this room. I wonder if we ever go inside there. Oh. No, was that our room? I'm a little surprised that I was able to walk in. I guess that was our room. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, nothing changed here. As far as I can see. Well, time to knock outside. And we will see what'll happen. And would you look at that, it's Mitya.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
Question, the guy that we fought has
How are you
died.
doing? Feeling any better?
Maybe we'll get some info from him.
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you guys here. I was a little worried that the theater would be empty by the time I got back. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa are missing, which means
Both are died.
Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you discovered that Tonya was the other dead person. Am I right?
Yep. What about
Not
Mitya
Tonya.
then?
Pitashka.
First, tell us how you made it back here. Given the conditions outside, no one should be able to return alive.
I doubt he ever went far.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was
Vodyanitsa.
song.
There must be
sing.
Vodya.
After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away.
So that's basically what then happened with everyone else.
Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago, there was the entrance to the theater, right in front of me.
Makes me wonder what happens if we all go out. The singing must be Vodyanitsa.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremonial purpose for our people. It's not meant for the stage. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited once more."
I see.
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem. Who knew it actually worked?
Did she know?
That song
Then?
is meant to guide the souls of the dead. Mitya, that must mean that you...
Huh. No kidding. Huh? Seemed like I guessed right then.
But
This is what I've been so desperate
so
to
have
tell
we
you
like
about.
three dead people then, or like what's
When
even
I
going
first stepped
on
out
here?
of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is still pretty intact. I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like this was a world where only the snowstorm existed. There wasn't a trace of any humans or buildings ever having been there.
As we can say, because we do not see the
I
bridge.
don't know how else to describe it, except to say that it just didn't seem like the real world.
Well, that means there is
as for the
something
Requiem,
that we're
If
missing.
I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only mean that I must already be dead. And this is my soul, not my body. But I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there. Nor do I feel any different now than before I walked into the snowstorm.
You don't seem any different to me either. In fact, this is something I've been wondering about for a while now. If
But then
souls
again,
aren't
Odette
physical,
believed that Mitya is
shouldn't
dead,
they
so
lack
I
tangible
don't
form?
know what's going on here.
both Shram and Pitashka were clearly deceased, and yet their souls didn't look or feel like ghosts at all. They were visible, tangible, no different than you or me.
This raises a truly terrible thought. Is that really what Mitya is suggesting?
that there is really technically no way out. See, what Mitya was trying to tell us, everyone in the theater had been dead all along. We're all inside a dream. Mitya has come back to life once again. We cannot leave this place now. Is everyone dead again? Is it a similar issue? There, turns out we've already been dead a long time ago. Or like we're all inside a dream. I feel like 4 is obviously not correct. Frey also not. So it has to be either 1 or 2. It seems as if we are able to dream in here. But we never know anything of that dream. So I don't know what's on with that then. So I feel like I'm more likely to go with number 1. Even though I don't think it makes sense for anyone. I feel like I think we're too separate, like the dream that we say is too separate for number 2. Like if it was a dream, then obviously we would see things being mixed up and stuff like that. So I feel like the most obvious thing is number 1, even though I feel like it doesn't make any sense.
Mitya's soul was summoned back by the Requiem, confirming that he is indeed already dead. And yet,
but then when did
he
it
looks
happen?
No different from us. Of course, if even the long deceased like Mr. Shram can blend in with us undetected.
But when did it happen?
Maybe we've all been dead from the very start. And all of us are now souls wandering the theater.
Yes. I think that this is probably the afterlife.
What did you say?
But how and when?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here.
And to be fair, it feels like the only realistic ending,
outside.
if that was... it's just going to be it, would be, oh yeah, this game is... and it's the end.
It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was, we were all deceased. The only difference being some of us died more recently than others. Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Seems like we misunderstood what it meant after all. Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along. The note simply meant that all of us were already dead.
And I guess our souls are about to die.
So all our attempts to survive, our search for the deceased, it was all for nothing?
But like still, how and why did it happen?
Hard to
When
say.
did it happen?
At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls find clarity and go to where they belong. The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines. In which case, the deaths we've awoken to over the past few days were just souls returning to the ley lines for good.
Right, I mean that so far
If what
makes
you're
sense.
saying is true,
But
doesn't that
still,
make us the lost souls now?
it worked.
No wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's body, I noticed that the other bodies in the room hadn't decayed one bit after all these days.
Oh, well,
That's further proof that those aren't physical
fair
bodies at all,
point.
but merely our shells here in the afterlife.
Am I really dead?
But like,
This doesn't feel real
when would
to
it?
me at all.
When would it have happened?
No, that's impossible. This cannot be how it all ends.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead. How exactly did we die in the real world? None of us have any memories of dying, right?
The only thing that comes to my mind is the thing where the lights flickered.
Not even knowing how we died is preposterous. Good grief. Surely there has to be some reason.
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. It gave me lots
And
to think about as I
realistically, there
strolled out
has to
into
be
the
a way
snowstorm.
back. Right? There has to be a way back.
I racked my brains trying to remember the cause of my death, the exact moment I died, the root of all of this, right up until my consciousness faded. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw something.
The only thing we really know so far is also that night, what was the name? Nightkeeper or something?
I can't remember. And I think I lost my notebook and pen.
Mitya, your hand. Is that blood on your fingers?
Oh, what?
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
What the?
Oh. Well, that fits to that Shadowkeeper person.
I guess this was what I saw. I must have desperately drawn it in my own blood.
Which,
right
like, we've
before losing
already seen in
consciousness.
whatever this dream is.
What's wrong? Do you recognize the symbol?
It's Renova, the ruler of death.
Interesting.
Alyosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayan folktale you told me about? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, he appears
I
as
wouldn't
an
have-
incarnation.
I mean,
of
I think
someone
we've run
familiar
into Renova
to guide
before,
their
haven't we?
soul into the afterlife. And as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over.
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim Reaper in this story refers to the ruler of death you mentioned?
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that the Grim Reaper is here disguised in a familiar form.
Oh. I mean, that's the person I guess we saw in that dream.
Death, the deceased, and the Grim Reaper? So it's a triple entendre. When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report. But now it seems like that was the
So
whole
someone's been
intention.
having fun.
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us. Then we started suspecting each other and searched
It's a
for the
whole game of
deceased
Among
while
Us.
they hid in plain sight.
That's just what it is.
By that logic, the one person most likely to be the Grim Reaper incarnate is...
Okay, so we have 5 options again. Here's the thing. I would say Mitya is out because Mitya just came back and basically nearly died. That's also we are out as well for obvious reasons. Only leaves Alyosha, Odette, and the Russian businessman Juganov. So, question is, who of those 3 could it be? I forgot who was there. That's the thing. I'm just rereading the main, the last few sentences we've just had. Of someone he appears as an incarnation of someone familiar to guide their soul into the afterlife. And as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over. I mean, Alyosha told us about it. I don't know. Because, like, I feel like... I mean, it has to be one of those 3. It has to be. Alyosha told us about it. I forgot who was right next to us when we discovered the note. I forgot who was actually right next to us. So that's kind of the issue, because I just don't know. I feel like The guy who lied who actually lied. Either it's the guy who actually lied, or it's her. But I doubt it's her. It'd be like we've seen both. But the thing is, like, has he just gone ahead and done like a sob story because he's the guy? Or is it Odette? I don't know, that's the thing. But then again, high ranking. I suspect it's more him, but it's, let's go with Odette. Maybe that's what that leg is overall, I don't know.
Identifying the Grim Reaper is a major decision to make. I should think it over carefully.
Like, I feel like it's either him. Okay, it can't be Odette then.
Identifying the Grim Reaper is a
Alyosha then? Oh wow, okay.
No doubt about it. It's Alyosha. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alyosha is most likely the
I
Grim
didn't think
Reaper
I didn't
lurking
really
among us.
I didn't really recognize that. I wouldn't have.
Is it you, Alyosha? You were the first to discover the investigation
Yeah,
report.
there you go.
And you had plenty of time
I
to slip
forgot
the
who
note
was there
inside to
first.
mislead us.
I forgot who was there first.
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone.
And he's trying to.
What if someone else found the investigation report first, slipped the note inside, and then put it back without telling anyone?
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped.
But yeah,
in
I
much
completely
earlier than
forgot who it
discovered.
was. Because I knew it was two people, but I forgot who it was.
That's not all. I've also noticed that although on the surface, Valeri, Mitya, and sometimes I were the ones taking charge of the situation. Looking back now, even though you didn't say much, you were always subtly guiding everyone from the sidelines.
I mean, what we just he's right with the one we just with the thing we just saw just a moment ago. We're like, oh, I think it makes more sense to stay at night, which is what I believed as well. But
What do you mean?
you know,
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. It was also you who suggested that we all sleep in the same place. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patashka to stay. I don't understand why, but it was out of character.
fair point. I wouldn't even have recognized that.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're assuming the worst.
I didn't recognize that at all, to be
Seems
honest.
pretty unreasonable if you ask me.
He still won't admit it. Fine. Let's see how he responds to the most damning evidence of all.
The biggest question I have right now is, if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alyosha, then where's the real Alyosha? When did they switch?
Did Alyosha maybe not die? After the performance, while investigating the snowstorm, the first night we spent in the theater, when we discovered the investigation report when Mitya returned from the snowstorm. 4 is out because makes no sense if he was already acting this strangely. Same with number 3, I think. Same with number 2 probably, and I feel like it's more likely number 1 then.
That's right. This was the moment. Right at the start. Before any victims had even emerged, Alyosha was switched with the Ruler of Death while everyone's guard was still down.
Well, I don't like that.
When all this began, right after the performance ended and the snowstorm
still-
began to pick up, no one suspected anything unusual. We just assumed we were snowed in. It wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that we realized something out of the ordinary was going on. But it's clear now, that the oddities
And it
actually
turns out it
started
was
earlier
just
than that, when Dimov
Renova,
walked into the
or rather,
snowstorm
technically,
and never
Alyosha.
came back.
But it's true. Like, that's the first time someone left.
Right. So Mr. Dimov was the first victim, not Sobolova and Torgov.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of this incident, then one thing becomes clear.
I forgot once again who pushed him to that.
Alyosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vodyanitsa's
Right, he got a blanket. He managed to get the blanket.
More precisely, Alyosha never came back at all. The one who came back was the Grim Reaper.
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act anymore.
Alyosha?
But still, why?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death.
I always say it's not Alyosha. The real Alyosha is somewhere.
Before being wiped
Also,
out for good,
or did
you
he die as
identified
well?
the two deceased, and even sensed my presence. A commendable achievement. Far beyond what I expected.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your
Must
initial
have
conclusion
been?
was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearned to reclaim those long-lost souls. Every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Though, of course,
Sorry.
ferrying souls is indeed my authority. Here, take a look.
Well, that's probably not a good thing to happen.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two.
That was sudden.
Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must
And those
return
one
to the
actually
ley lines.
disappeared.
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't you?
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die,
Still would like to know
then
what
you don't
happened.
resort
There's
to such
gotta be a
laborious
way
methods
we
as
can
murder.
get out here. There's gotta be.
You simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about the curse of immortality. So there's another death-related curse too?
Who had it again? Oh, was it quite literally Alyosha?
You cursed us? When? And why would you do such a thing?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer, know that death comes
I mean,
simply
we
because
now
one's
know-
time has come.
Still, there's gotta be a reason why it happened.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed to speak with me. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's made my work on this occasion infuriatingly complicated.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just another day at work for you?
I guess so.
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable accomplishments over the past few days, I shall answer a few of your inquiries, provided they aren't too unreasonable. After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death to be considered complete.
So if they don't...
My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, the guiding of souls into the ley lines, with which you are now so familiar. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume?
We had a bunch of experience with that before.
It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. It provided a convenient means of guiding the souls of Natlan. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of accommodating the souls of some special creations. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls to some degree.
Ordinary,
This effect
okay.
manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife, unable to achieve a complete death. But if
Still,
souls
there
who
has to
die
be a
from the
reason
curse of
how-
death fail to return
of,
to the ley
like, how we
lines
can
within
get
a short
out.
window of time, they will miss their chance for good. Then, they will remain forever suspended between life and death, no longer subject to the authorities of either.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long, we'll escape your control.
Interesting
Mitya
point.
Sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen, and the reason she got involved to begin with.
Right.
But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide among us in the form of Alyosha?
You seek to understand the mind of a god.
Isn't that how we always are?
I'll tell you.
For the travelers?
This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I encouraged you to take the events to the stage.
Well, would you look
I
at
found
that?
myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about gods.
So still, the question is...
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriatingly complicated your work here has been. Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain, but you just have to get it done, right?
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is a pain point in this case.
Okay,
Due to
which
the
is...
obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each day, making it impossible for me to ferry all your souls at once. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance, and there was a risk that any souls who chose to run would disappear.
So, what would happen to those? Would they...
Then there was the issue of
then
the two
not be
lost
able?
souls you called the deceased. The way you resolved that quandary
Would
was
Rodova
all
then
part
not
of
be
my
able to really
design.
deal with those? Or like, I don't...
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
Maybe they had already escaped.
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley
Or like they
lines,
has escaped
exploiting the
Ronova's
issues
abilities.
created by the angel civilization to resist being drawn in. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead, and in this quantity, it was a bomb that could have detonated at any moment. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own deaths, make peace with their regrets, and willingly walk into
So
the
we helped
snowstorm.
Ronova, basically?
Only then, with my guidance, could they finally return to the ley lines. Otherwise, you would not like to know what
But I
the
still wonder
consequences
what's up
would
with
have
the
been.
dream we saw then.
I vaguely remember seeing Batashka, but in the most terrifying form. Was that in a dream? Is that what would have become of her if she hadn't returned to the ley lines?
Or was it
I
Ronova
see your dreams
herself?
brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact grants wisdom to mortals. Souls connect to all things in the world and see the chain of cause and effect between them. It's nothing unusual. Anyway, giving psychological counseling to lost souls is not my strong suit. That is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly using my authority, so I decided it was easier to leave the bomb defusal to you.
Wild
of
how she can now
your presence
pronounces
caused the
that
souls of
basically,
other
by the way.
members of your
Like,
party
oh
to
yeah,
return
bomb
to the ley
defusal.
lines each night.
I'm
From
like,
where I
what?
stand, that was killing two birds with one stone. As both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, all I had to do was stay close by and keep the situation under control. Then use and
Oh,
of course,
sorry.
while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama, dealing with death from a mortal perspective.
She
play
had
out on
fun
the
playing the
stage.
imposter, basically.
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim Reaper. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can receive each day. It's 2, isn't it?
That much is obvious, even to a fool.
It's time to review this whole affair.
Right,
the ley
because...
lines can only
And the
take
only
in
reason
2
why
people
only
per
one
day.
person died
I need to go over the
that day
deaths from
is
these
because
past
one had
few
already
days
walked
again.
out. I see, it's not because, like, there are 2 people to begin with, it's just 2 people... She could only ship off 2 people at the same time. Deduction begins. Select each day's
Looking
disease
back now,
in the correct
None
order.
of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the
So
incident
he's the
had
first
already
person
begun.
that died. Which... Yeah, I guess was him, because... I don't recognize anyone else. Oh?
No. Let me...
Sorry? I have to select the extra person, don't I? Wait, who? Because I would have recognized. I would have thought that there's one guy extra. He was here. He was here. He was here, and those 2 are there. What?
No.
I have to select the extra guy, but there is no extra guy. Unless it's Alyosha? Oh, okay.
Alyosha was
Yeah,
the second
okay.
to walk into the snowstorm after Demoff to
That's why I
investigate.
was confused. It
During
already
this
said, like,
process,
first
the
guy,
ruler
and now
of
I have
death
to
assumed
select
his identity,
Alyosha because
making
he
him
was
one
the
of the
second.
victims.
Okay, now it makes sense. Day 2!
During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very
Those
next
were
morning.
those 2 guys.
Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm.
Which was Torgov and Soboleva.
The ley lines devoured Torgov and Soboleva on the first night. At the time, we thought this might be a murder case connected to Lelik.
Which it turns out to not be the case.
Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same.
Which, if I recall correctly, it was... Oh. It was her, I believe. And... he ended up walking out. And he kept watching, so it was Kulish.
The deaths of Kulish and Rampana caused everyone to stop suspecting Lelik. Unexplainable
Oh, that was not intentional. On day 4. Now this is
we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us.
where
and
when
subsequently
he
discovered the
disappeared.
existence of the deceased.
Yeah, that's when we basically figured out that Shram was one of them.
Mr. Shram realized he was the deceased and walked into the snowstorm to return to the ley lines of his own accord. It turns out there really was a dead person among us.
Mogus. Right, and then only Valeri died because there was only one guy left.
We thought it was
Or
all
one
over,
slot left,
but
rather.
Mr. Valeri's death was a rude awakening for everyone. The ley lines consumed him during the night regardless. A lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover the connection between the number of deceased and the number of victims during the night.
Except that wasn't quite right.
The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself.
Day 5. That was then. It wasn't him, because he just walked out, or technically he would have. But it was obviously Odette and Alyosha, because she returned to the ley lines.
Odette and Alyosha was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep, but the requiem she sang before falling asleep was
Because
quite
that
a
made
game
him
changer.
go back. Oh, it was Mitya then? No. No, it was her. Sorry, it was Tonya. Right, because
As it
she
happened,
left.
Ptashka filled the
And as a
void left by
result,
Mitya's
Mitya
return from the
couldn't
ley lines
actually
by
go
walking into
back
the
in the end.
snowstorm this morning. The girl I thought was Child's sister Tonya turned out to be another of the theater's deceased. Come to think of it, Ptashka was about to walk into the snowstorm at that time. And Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley lines. That's why she used Alyosha's voice to try and persuade her to stay behind. Looking back, I suppose that was an early slip-up on her part.
Yeah, because I... Oh, yeah, because he would believe me. She would believe Mitya would take up the slot already.
No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form,
Which at
Renova
this point it
callously
was
claimed two
Shogunov
souls.
and Odette.
In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And in the days since, we've experienced many more partings in the afterlife.
But
Now,
why? What happened?
only Mitya and I remain. And the true culprit behind everything still stands before us. In Mitya's eyes, I see the same anger and frustration
Like,
that
what
I
had
feel.
actually happened? And that means
That
technically
covers
on day
everything.
7, it's our
It's
time.
all clear now.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here, safe and sound.
But we have 1 day left.
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little, but it is of no consequence. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back. I, meanwhile, need to review my attitude towards the Water
Why? Because they were
Imp's
able to actually, like, trick or, like, get Renova
So the
out.
reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned. I suppose that was never meant to be a permanent reunion.
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your body. The ley lines of Teyvat
Oh.
would not accept you.
So, does that mean we
And
aren't
your
even
soul
dead?
is firmly anchored to your body by your will.
So we aren't even dead.
For a
Is that my
descender
understanding?
like you, who is not bound by Teyvat's rules, your death can only be brought through the most violent of means, such as directly destroying either your body or soul.
But you haven't done that yet, have you? Thanks for letting me know that at least I can still be safe.
I have no interest in involving myself with Descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing.
Where was
Or
Asmodee
you
again?
insist on interfering with our affairs.
I feel like I completely remember that name, but at the same time I don't.
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here, they were meaningless from the very
I
beginning.
guess
weren't
they were.
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call sacrifice is merely a concept created by humanity. To me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade in the face of death. Mere mortals fantasizing that their actions could reclaim something from my grasp. A truly
I feel like
remarkable
the
idea.
Snezhnaya story is going to be massively interesting. It's going to be absolutely interesting, but at the same time,
Grim
cutscene.
Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
Is he about to hit
I'm
her?
not here to
It-
ingratiate myself with you.
I
I
guess.
kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
Interesting how she just attacks with dogs. Why? Oh, because of Alyosha, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that
Still
you
makes
save
me
your
wonder
strength.
though what actually
For
happened to
what?
Mitya then.
Maybe we can't change anything. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
Because like the interesting thing is, if everything is correct based on what? That is... That for sure was too close for comfort for her. Not ideal. Wait, we can't actually see the outside again. So are we... No, we're not. Oh, that's interesting. So, what actually happened? Because clearly no one's dead, seemingly?
How are you holding up, Odette?
It's strange, it's
Happened to
confusing.
me.
How much do you remember?
does anyone even remember anything?
What do you mean? Is the performance over? I can't seem to recall what happened.
Has Odette already forgotten?
Or did she like take a copy or something? Copy of everyone's, but I feel like the thing of Mitya at
Mitya?
minimum still applies, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I spaced out there for a second.
Which thinking about that's exactly what he kept feeling,
Don't you
right?
remember anything?
Oh, nope. Or does
Yeah,
he?
I remember now, comrade.
He
Looks like we
does.
guessed
Oh, why?
right.
Or does he?
Just like me.
Or is
when
he
Odette
just
found me at
pretending?
the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by
No,
the ruler
okay.
of death eventually came back to life.
He does. He does actually know, but nobody else does.
Just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were dead.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything. Why were you able to remember this time?
Did he die? He didn't die in
this be
the
the
end.
reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right?
I don't see anything there.
You don't? Huh. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I carved this into my hand in the afterlife, so it's not visible in the physical world.
Oh. Well, that's a wild
Does
thing.
that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What an unsettling thought. Still, at least I get to remember what happened. I suppose it's a blessing in disguise. What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender? Is that why you can remember?
Well, rather clearly because her powers aren't really applicable to us specifically.
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly. But that's essentially it.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes differently in the afterlife than in the real world.
They say that right before death, time slows down, and your whole life flashes before your eyes.
I guess the soldiers are about to crash into
That
the
must be how
theater,
you know
I
you have
guess.
one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the few days we spend in the afterlife probably only amounted to a few short minutes in the real world. This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. Now it seems likely that those were all brief deaths caused by the
But
Grim
why?
Reaper's so-called
Why
curse
does she
of
then
death.
just go ahead and seemingly resurrect people? Or,
To
I mean,
those unaware
I
of the
guess
truth, dying
not
and
really.
coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonia. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death?
Yeah, that's
And
the
why are we
big
resurrected
question mark.
after we
Why? Like, what exactly happened?
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal. We still don't know her
Otherwise,
true
they
reasons for
wouldn't
subjecting
be-
us to death.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be here again, would they?
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to approach it differently. If the previous incidents of amnesia among the researchers are anything to go by, killing us is usually a pretty routine matter.
But why? Just why?
Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down before I died? I can't remember what it was, but I think it was something related to my research project.
Or is that maybe why? Maybe Bernova is trying to avoid whatever could be.
Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later. Right now, I have to make a
Oh.
trip back to the Armory Palace.
Did he figure something out?
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigations into Mr. Mitya's friends.
Yeah, something may have happened.
Yet, you two seem very familiar with each other. Could you perhaps tell me where he was in such a rush to get to?
Armory Palace.
And by
Right,
the way,
he...
have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumptuousness, but
Well,
I feel a
technically,
vague
he's
and
he's trying to
indescribable
watch
sense of
for
familiarity
Mitya,
about
but
you.
funnily enough, he's getting to work.
I can explain everything. Could you help me gather everyone in the theater in one place?
Everyone gathers one stage once again, but this time, you do so in a real world without everything outside being devoured by a snowstorm. Due to the unique properties of the theater's ley lines, it seems no one has completely forgotten their experiences in the afterlife. As they recount the tale of what happened, people slowly begin to remember, as if accessing memories of a distant dream. Everyone is lost in thought. Everyone confirms their own fate with each other until finally today's show draws to a close.
So Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident actually did us some good after all. So, you said I promised to take
Somehow.
you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife.
He must have taken
yes?
an insane hit to
I believe
his
you.
ego.
I think I even have a vague memory of it.
I want to go back and check on Paimon first, even though not much time has passed for her.
Agreed. Let's check in on her first. The whole reason for our trip to the Armory Palace anyway is to figure out what's going on with her
Right,
health.
because whatever is with Stusha, we still don't know what it is. But clearly something's weird. Return to your room to check on Paimon. We will do that immediately. And maybe we will have to say there's gotta be something about it. You are an excellent companion. And who knows? Who knows what we'll find out? Oh, this may actually be a shortcut. Doesn't really look like on the maps, but this is a shortcut, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's where this guy is. Okay. Good to know. Well, there we go inside. And we're about to find out. Well, we're trying to follow up with Paimon, and we will see what happens.
Back. Even though
Did
a long
she
time has passed from my
notice
perspective.
anything, or did she
As far
worry
as
even
Paimon's
about us?
concerned, I probably just went out to watch a very short show. I should keep my emotions in check when I see Paimon again, or it'll seem weird.
Wait. The atmosphere here feels off.
What do you mean? Is there danger?
Shh. Stay quiet. Let's go inside and take a look.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? We need new orders. What if that person comes back again?
Who? What are they talking about? Did something happen to Paimon?
I'm so sorry. Under the circumstances, there was really nothing we could do.
Tell me, what happened to Paimon?
It was the Jester. He came here in person and escorted Miss Paimon away.
Who was the Chester
He's the
again?
director of
Sorry.
the Fatui. His authority supersedes all others and cannot be questioned.
There must
was
be a
nothing
reason
we
for
could
that,
do.
though.
How long ago did he leave? And what was Paimon's status?
It was about an hour ago. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The Jester simply walked off with her as if it was only natural. I assure you, he absolutely did not use any
I
force.
don't feel too concerned about it.
Do you know where they went?
I would not be surprised if it's the Armory Palace.
The Armory Palace, most likely. Lord Piero, the Jester, has been overseeing the experiment.
I feel like he
lately,
must know that
keeping a
Paimon is
close eye on
reacting
their
to it.
progress. Everyone in
And
the
I would
Fatui
not be
has heard about
surprised
it
if this
by
is a
now.
bit of a misunderstanding. Because everyone doesn't really
I'm
have...
surprised he came in person.
Whatever his reason for
the
taking Paimon,
clearance
he'll
to
most likely
really
return to
know
the Armory
about
Palace
that kind of
first,
stuff, right?
which is exactly where we were
Or at least
headed
that's my
anyway.
guess.
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's go. It's just up ahead. Quick, let's get inside.
No, I'll go alone. You know I'm planning to force my way in.
Yeah,
Fatui, so
there's
you
no
should
way
stay
you can
outside.
keep the traveler away if you take Paimon away like this.
I was hardly
There's just
planning
no
on
real
taking you
way.
through the official
In the
channels
meanwhile,
anyway.
Twitch chat, hello
I'm here to force
Lars,
my way
welcome
in,
to the
just
stream.
like you.
Hope you had a great day so far.
I may be a Fatus, but I'm also Lelek, enemy of Project Stuzha. Paimon's safety is paramount right now. With me around, you'll have an extra pair of hands. There
How's
might
it
be
going?
devices
I would say
inside
it's
that are
going
easier
pretty
for an
good.
insider to deal with.
Still progressing through the main story.
If you say so.
Let's go.
As
There's
we're
no
about to
time to
invade the
hesitate.
Fatui, that's pretty much it. And probably make the entirety of Snezhnaya to our enemy, I suspect. But we will see. Right. We will just run, I guess. Well, there's a health
Who
thingy.
are you? This part of the Armory Palace isn't a restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
I can't just run past them, actually. Yeah, funnily enough, I can just walk past them. I don't even have to bother anything about them. Maybe those guys, but at the same time, well, let's see. Yeah, okay, ran into that. Weird animation, but I was able to ignore them. What a weak defense.
Now, you'll have a pass. Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Then don't blame me for what happens next.
Okay, this time we actually have to fight, because clearly... Otherwise, it's not going to work. But luckily for us, we do have 5 characters even. And that gives us an opportunity to actually test Odette, to be fair. Nope, we already got everyone. Alrighty, then. Let's go up or
The
down,
Armory
rather.
Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
Also, who knows what could go wrong in their research, to be fair. Right, that's a big
The style
door.
doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization.
Intruders! Stay alert!
Okay, now I can't.
Witness the snow swan's grace.
Would have been interesting if I could, to be fair.
This will be frozen.
And cake!
Right, anyway, realistically I should probably stay with Odette because the Ice Traveller is not built at all. So, I have the suspicion that turns out it won't really give me much of an advantage if I use the Traveller. Either way, there's a chest. But there's nothing else apart from that. Let's continue.
Intruders? Don't come any closer!
Just what are you guys trying to do here?
Yeah, okay, I'm going to attack this guy first, because that's the main boss.
No one interferes with a jester's work.
Except us, very clearly. This guy is weaker than I thought he'd be. 'Cause as you can see, he's nearly down already, so that was surprising. Can I continue? No. Okay, that means I have to take care of those smaller guys as well.
Freeze. Let's begin.
Luckily, no issue at all for Odette. There we go. Oh, chest actually. There we go. Okay, let's continue on. There's gonna be more enemies, realistically. Oh. That is not what I had in mind at all. There you go. We will find out what the Chester has been doing to Paimon. To be honest, I suspect it's nothing bad.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Right, just destroy it. Yeah, there we go. That's all I need to do. There we go. And there's 2 left. It'd be kind of fun if I could let it attack itself, but doesn't appear to be the case. And there we go. That opens up the next door. Now let's continue on. Nearly assumed there was something I missed, but nope. There's the chest. Do we see anything noteworthy already? I doubt there is. Oh, this looks fancy. There's a few people here.
The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
Hmm? What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Yeah, pretend that you saw nothing. There's nothing out of the ordinary happening here. Nothing at all. What is that?
Reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
You know, that's what I would kind of like to know, to be honest. Right, what is Stuja even about? That's the big question that we have, realistically. Hello? Oh, there would have been a better path. But anyway, just ignore me walking through here. Thank you very much. Don't mind me raiding the entire place, and let's have a look, because that...
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
What is that? Can't touch it, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting, or rather that we could use, right? Doesn't seem to be really anything.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
Never mind. Investigate. Let's have a look. Oh, would you look at that?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power.
And there's
play,
Paimon, or at least some form of
Paimon.
Paimon.
Albeit only as illusions. Let's make our way.
Paimon. And the Jester.
Must be. There must be something. Like, I don't...
Yes. It looks quite old, though.
don't think...
I don't think it happened in the recent
the
past.
Jester was necessarily in a I'm going to hurt Paimon mood, right? I kind of doubt that.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
We're about to be flashed to something based on... Doesn't feel right. It feels like something's about to go crazy. Like, what even is this artifact thing?
The Armory Palace is just up
Oh,
ahead.
hello.
Paimon, please be okay.
I mean, we can't just run past them, funnily enough. I think. Yeah, we have an icon, so we can literally just walk past them. And here we're now inside. There we go.
What's going on?
Let's run over.
I remember this feeling.
Yeah, if we see that, it should mean Ronova is near, no?
It's the curse of death. No, not now. Why is the curse of death striking again already? Odette.
It didn't seem Odette was affected. Because she seemed to still be reacting as expected.
Is this the afterlife again?
Must be, but what exactly are we looking at?
I need to find a way back to reality. Is that Odette's core Ignis? Could that be what just woke me up?
Escape the afterlife and return to reality. Well, I would have liked to use that staircase, but I guess never mind. How do we bring it back? Oh, well that's interesting and fancy. Well, I guess that's a dark mist that I should probably avoid. Maybe for real this time. Who knows? Do I know? Yes, I do. So where I'm at now? This is a confusing PoE, but especially because we can slightly walk around. But did we escape? Seems like it.
Odette? Odette!
Never mind, Odette also got affected?
No signs of life. But past experience says that she should be resurrected before too long. Right?
It must have happened after us then, though, because...
Did Odette intentionally use her core Ignis to guide my soul? I feel like something similar happened in a dream I had before. Thank you, Odette. If not for you, my soul wouldn't have found its way back to my body so quickly. And I might not have woken up so soon.
So do we now have to carry along?
I'm sorry. I don't have time to protect you. I have to use the time you bought me to get Paimon back.
It sounded like I was just able to hear steps. But maybe Ronova is trying to fight against something. As if I can't actually, okay. Look for a Paimon. It feels to me like there might be something
Sure
that...
enough, everyone here has been affected by the curse of death. Paimon!
So there's gotta be something
Wait. Paimon probably didn't escape
that
Ronova's
Ronova...
curse either. She won't be able
Is
to respond to
Ronova
me right
against
now.
Snezhnaya
I'll
maybe?
have to find her myself.
Is that maybe it? And every time they make important progress, Ronova just does the... I'm going to snap my fingers and everyone's dead for 5 seconds? Is that what's happening? There she is.
Paimon really is here.
But like the room she's in, she looks fine. She looks well taken care of. So I doubt the Jester had anything bad in mind for Paimon specifically. It seems you only activated some experimental equipment. That'll be not what we want.
Mitya, is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon?
I feel like it's gotta be
I'll have to
progress
ask him when he
related.
wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority.
There must be
now.
something that Renova doesn't want them to do. Again. No, we're still in here. Well, and there's the proper entrance. It's going to be interrupting that, but anyway, Ruler of Death, Renova. Renova is the Ruler of Death, one of the four shades of the Heavenly Principles. In carrying out their will, she fulfills the duty appointed to her. For what reason does death come? Only because the destined hour has arrived.
You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering?
Unironically, I think the Traveller is primarily here for Paimon.
Judging by your expression, it seems that you understand little of what is going on.
Yeah, we
here.
have no idea, do we?
In that case, a word to the wise. Do not interfere in Snezhnaya's affairs. A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will one day lose any reason for its existence. And as a descender, you are perfectly suited to be the lifeline to which a dying civilization might desperately cling. Consider your position carefully.
So yeah, so that makes me think Renova is... It seems to me that Stusha is probably, maybe it's doing something that the Heavenly Principles are clearly very much against.
No advice needed. I'll make my
And
own
I wouldn't be
judgments.
surprised if they're trying to stop Snezhnaya from
Suit
doing it
yourself.
with those
When the
death
day of
things.
reckoning arrives,
It
not
must
even
be,
a
right?
descender can hope to escape unscathed. The time for resurrection fast approaches. The mortals here are not yet worthy to behold my form. So that will be all for today.
And we have a cutscene again.
That thing is coming with me.
He didn't make it, but someone else did.
You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn, unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of Death. What do you want?
And why is it Paimon?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
He's about to hunt for Renova. And hopefully not destroy the entire building in the process.
There will be a next time.
Are we about to head in a boss fight? That would be early. He just trying to protect Paimon because he probably feels like they'd be hit probably at some point. Well, that's one scene to wake up on, isn't it? Renova is not going to take our emergency food, it's still mine.
What are you talking about? We haven't even been apart for that long, have we?
Yeah, no, not really.
You seem to be in pretty good shape.
I don't think the Chester had any bad will again. He seemed to be even protecting her.
It's the weirdest thing. Paimon fell asleep earlier.
Oh,
She found herself
it didn't
here.
affect just the theater, did
The
it?
Jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon. And she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing that was making her feel unwell.
So, Mitya helped too?
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. I was in a rush to verify some theories. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects that the experimental energy had on her. The Jester specifically instructed me to do so.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler.
I guess it
I could not
is.
let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer. And so I simply took her without explanation. I hope you do not mind.
I mean, this is what I was expecting. Like, it didn't seem to me like there was any bad will. He didn't force anything. Right, he just straight up never forced anything. So, to me, there was no reason to expect that he's taking Paimon away to, like, hurt her or anything. In fact, he basically even saved her right now, so there you go. For my part, I hope you didn't mind that I beat a few people up on the way.
But why would a big shot like you care about what happens to Paimon?
Well, we kind of just saw the reason, didn't we?
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnaya, we once spent some time together in the distant past.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. And Paimon did think you seemed strangely familiar the first time we met.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait. Mitya, let us continue with the report. What conclusions, if any, did you reach from conducting the final experiment of our energy research ahead of schedule?
Ahead of schedule because
The
they're
good
no
news
longer
is my
spending the
hypothesis
energy on
regarding
the
ruler of death
factory,
has been
or...
verified. As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice. Currently, we have no means with which to make a breakthrough.
To me, it feels
I see
like
this
there's
purely
gotta
as a
be...
scientist, guided by reason alone.
It seems like Stusha or like Renova directly opposes Stusha, or at least whatever Stusha is.
I will trust your judgment.
Seems to be
We shall put the project on
causing
hold
issues on the Heavenly
until the
Principle
ruler
side.
of death has been eliminated.
good luck with that one.
What are you guys talking about? You want to get rid of Renova? Like, how? By killing her?
Killing the ruler of death sounds interesting.
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until then, everything we do will be in vain. After what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal. Or rather, the trigger
It's gotta
condition
be
for the
related
curse
to
of death.
those guys' experiments. It has to be.
Let's hear
In
it.
my opinion, it just has to be.
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress, preventing us from possessing any means with which to threaten
There you
the
go.
heavenly
That's what I
principles.
thought would have to happen. Would probably be.
Just like the little lapdog she is.
So, any ideas, research, or experiments that lead to technological progress can trigger the curse. Just now, for instance, I was set to launch a final phase energy experiment ahead of schedule. If the experiment was successful, we could have achieved a crucial breakthrough.
But because everyone passed out.
As expected, though, the moment the experiment began, all the researchers, technicians, and witnesses died from the curse.
Doesn't that technically mean that the experiment
All
was a
that
success?
effort, not to mention the energy and materials we relied on Project Snezhnaya to gather for us, went to waste. In the end, nothing was gained.
Does that mean something similar happened when we were at the theater?
Must have.
That's right. During the performance, I thought of an important breakthrough regarding the experiment, and wound up dragging everyone into this.
Interesting
So
thought,
the nature
though.
of the curse seems to be something like when moments of technological progress occur, all life in the vicinity is taken away.
What a violent method.
Of course, that meant the curse was normally limited to the Armory Palace. Since outsiders are forbidden from entering, this mass death phenomenon was
Right, but
unnoticed.
this time his thought was actually happening, or like his idea actually came to be outside
Until
of the
Odette came
palace.
along. I believe she was the first witness. The curse of death was triggered just before she infiltrated the Armory Palace that day.
But you mentioned something about a final stage experiment. Doesn't that mean you actually made some
I mean,
progress?
technically, no.
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, humanity can still advance technology in incremental steps accumulated over time. But, as I'm sure Renova anticipated, even incremental progress has its limits. A point where the truth you're
And
seeking
that's
must be
where
put to the test in
she
an
just
experiment.
messed everything up.
You mean the experiment you were just about to do?
Yes, we were at a critical juncture, a moment where the quantitative was about to translate into fundamental qualitative change. With this single experiment, we could have brought everything we've worked for to fruition.
But what is it?
But now,
That's what I would
after
like
already
to
being
know
forced
now.
to
I mean,
fumble around in
they
the
were
dark all
looking
this
for
time,
an
it
alternative
feels like we've
energy
truly
source.
hit an
That's what we know
impenetrable
so
wall.
far.
As long as Renova's curse of death persists, we won't be able to advance the experiment or obtain any results.
And with Project Snezhnaya having been in effect all this time, at our nation's current strength, repeated trial and error is simply unsustainable. Only by eliminating Renova first will it be possible to continue advancing our plans.
Right.
She's the ruler of death. She can just kill whoever
Interesting
she
that
wants,
she
right?
that means that she just can get everyone back at the same time. Interestingly enough.
Possible to beat her?
Sounds like actually quite insane
We'll
or
see.
surprising.
But one thing's for sure. She definitely can't just do whatever she wants. The best proof of that is me, standing here, very much alive.
You're saying...
Wouldn't it be easier to just kill all of us researchers for good? Why resurrect us over and
True.
over
Like
again?
that's what I.
Why let us advance our
That
technology
is
to this
true.
point?
Like why? Why resurrect everyone again?
So, you're saying... Even the ruler of death
I mean, it
has
would impact
limitations we don't
Snezhnaya
know about?
permanently. It would screw over the entire nation.
Exactly. And I think that's where the key to our breakthrough lies.
But at the same time, this
Regardless,
surely has
the
to be her
ruler of
point.
Death has always been an obstacle we must overcome. Indeed, we must face life, death, time, and space. After all, our goal is the heavenly principles.
And that's probably why Renova is doing what she's doing.
Want to challenge the heavenly principles?
For a long time, I've had a vague suspicion the Fatui and the Tsaritsa were targeting the
I mean,
Heavenly
there
Principles.
has to be something why they need all those
But hearing the
gnosis
Jester
for.
admit it is still a shock.
They didn't get one,
No wonder the Tsaritsa's
but there's
goal
still
has
gotta
always been
be
kept a secret from
a
the people.
thing.
What kind of road will that lead Snezhnaya down?
In that case... Lord Jester, I would like to request some leave. I'd like some time to organize my thoughts.
And if
go over the
everyone
date.
dies again, you know what happened.
Granted. Get some rest, put the experiment out of your mind, and take care that the curse of death doesn't affect any civilians.
Thinking about it, at some point, right? Like, at some point it must be so close that it just keeps happening. It keeps happening over and over. And Snezhnaya wouldn't even be able to function as a nation, I guess.
While there is yet time, allow me to offer you my hospitality, honored guest of Snezhnaya.
So, are we
Is there
just
anything you
saying,
wish to know?
can we finally find out what Stusha... I mean, I guess Stusha means we're collecting all the power, all the energy. And that project is basically, we're trying to... compete against the Heavenly Principles, I guess. About Project Mistildaline.
I remember hearing the term Mistelton from Columbina.
Yeah, Paimon wanted to ask about that when the
So
name
that's the
came up
real
just now.
project, I would assume?
What is it? Paimon's heard of Project Stusha, but not this one.
As you know, Project Stusha is a series of measures enacted to consolidate our nation's resources, the greater purpose of which...
There you go. Stusha is just basically a project that is pretending
Many of the
to be
things
the
you've
main
encountered
thing.
thus far are essentially for the advancement of that project. This includes the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau in Notdry. Researching Kuvaki was merely a facade. Its core objective was to use local resources and research findings to build Mistelton itself.
And that's a weapon built for the final battle against the Heavenly Principles.
And that's why they
isn't it?
keep pulling the, oh, everyone's going to die switch.
Huh? How did you know that?
Assumption,
I
obviously.
was given some intel, and I made some deductions.
Wait. You must mean that thing over there. Oh, Paimon's gotta take a closer look at this thing. Especially after you guys sent so many people to Notdry to work on it.
Kuvaki alone will not break through Celestia's defenses, let alone challenge the Heavenly Principles.
That's why they had Ignosis.
The Heavenly
At
Principles
a very
are no
minimum.
doubt accustomed to combating the power of the Light Realm, and elemental energy is simply the power of the human realm, converted to that form by the Heavenly Principles themselves. Any attempt to use this power against its creator would be a futile endeavor.
So, oh, that's why they're looking for a new energy source. Now that statement makes sense.
For now, therefore, we have set our sights on the form of energy associated with the Third Descender and the Stellar Linchpins. This may hold the potential to allow Mistelton to contend with the Heavenly Principles.
Who was the third descendant again? Was that a Traveller or was that a fourth? No, I think third descendant was the sibling,
could
I think.
say
Right?
that by reverse engineering the
Or
stellar
was it?
linchpins to extract the energy within, we have obtained a source of anti-Celestia energy.
Oh, so this is the energy research that Mitya is in charge of. I never imagined it was such a major project.
Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, Project Stusha, and the new energy experiments. Huh. So, Project Mistelton is what ties it all together. And it looks like your plan is almost complete. No wonder the Ruler of Death came after you.
Yeah, that makes so much sense now. About the Tsaritsa of
Her
Snezhnaya.
Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an expedition to vanquish a monster. Were it not for this, I imagine
So
she
technically
would have been delighted
unrelated.
to grant you an audience.
It's just a thing that happens alongside.
Seems like the powers that be in Snezhnaya don't intend to hold my past conflicts with the Fatui against me.
The Harbingers have been granted significant autonomy in retrieving the Gnosis. But by the same token, they do not completely represent Snezhnaya's official stance.
So Snezhnaya doesn't mind us?
You read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis,
From my understanding then?
this question since forever. What exactly
It's
does
gotta
the
be, like,
Tsaritsa wanna
the
collect
Gnosis
then?
is give power.
Is it
It's
something to
gotta
do with
be
the
also
fight
related
against
to
the heavenly
this.
principles?
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key bargaining chip when she confronts the heavenly principles. Beyond that, you had best ask the Tsaritsa herself. I am not sure if this
We will
information
probably
is
meet her
mine
at
to
some point.
disclose.
I'm sure it's not gonna be too long.
What do you mean? Not sure.
Maybe not necessarily this
Don't you
version.
make the rules? You're the highest ranking harbinger. Ugh. Never mind.
Taking on the heavenly principles is something most people wouldn't even entertain in their wildest fantasies. Why is the Tsaritsa so fixated on this?
Intervat today. Civilization is nothing but an illusion. Something whose very existence can be negated at any
I mean, you gotta think about it. There's always the ruler of the heavenly principles above all else in Teyvat.
may very well be destroyed in the struggle, but as things
And obviously,
stand,
I don't think it's
the
too
heavenly
surprising that
principles
someone
could
wants
choose
to
negate our existence
that someone
on a
wants to like
passing whim.
fight against that at some
And
point.
we must not sit back and accept that fate. Only by changing the state of affairs, only by overthrowing the heavenly principles, can our civilization truly be said to have taken root. Otherwise, the fate
And I
of the people
guess
of
I'm getting the
Conria
vibe
and
that this may be
Hyperborea
what
is a
we
cycle
what we'll
doomed
end
to
up
repeat
with,
itself.
like in the later stages of the story. I suspect that's what it'll be.
In return for getting to control your own fate.
Furthermore, perhaps this is still somewhat difficult for you to understand. Are you aware that all the rules of this world are made up of curses?
Huh? All of them? Paimon knows about the curse of death you mentioned, and the curse of immortality that you and Dainsleif have.
Then the birth of the Hilly-Churls, the rules of Natlan's Ode of Resurrection. Those are curses too? Farina's long life seems to stem from a curse placed on her by Focalor as well.
It sounds like it. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
they've basically been curses,
Even
no?
a god's love for humanity is a curse the heavenly principles inflicted upon the gods.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, hey Phil, welcome to the stream. Hope you had a great day and stream so
The
far.
Tsaritsa has always had ample reason to hate the heavenly principles. If she can seize their authority, she will reconstruct the entire world.
But clearly
and
at this
when
point,
that
the
time
Tsaritsa
comes,
wants
humanity
the ability
will
of the
be
heavenly
completely
principles. There,
liberated
that
from
is
curses
just
and
the
lies.
main reason at this point. Or they don't want to be below
Look
them. They
forward to
want.
it.
And
It
then, like,
will be
again,
a
I'm not
world
surprised that
beyond your
someone
imagination.
wants decay of the heavenly principles. As long
Though
as
the
they
ordinary
don't
people of
cause
Snezhnaya may not
Canaria
understand
2,
these details.
or rather
In this
Cataclysm 2.
frigid land locked in a
Which I would not be
ceaseless struggle
surprised if
against
they're
the
going to
environment.
do that if
In this
if
nation
Renault were
to which the
already
gods have never shown favor.
is basically effectively going ahead and be like, yep, I'm just going to knock you out for a moment.
We all believe, that standing in solidarity with the Tsaritsa in our shared struggle will surely usher in a new and better world.
Right, about your relationship with Paimon.
Paimon really doesn't remember. He's basically a stranger. You gotta believe Paimon.
Relax, you're freaking out about nothing. I would say the
Allow
same
me
thing.
to explain. The reason Paimon reacted to the anti-Celestia energy
Renova just said
developed
something
by the
thing from
Armory Palace
Celestia. That's what Renova literally just said.
is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically, she is one
We're
of its
finally
creations.
getting info about Paimon.
Paimon? A creation of Celestia?
We're finally getting info about
Right.
herself. Or
I
her.
was blinded by anger earlier, but thinking back on it, Renova also said that Paimon is a creation of Celestia. But she lacks Celestia's power or authority.
As you know, the lunar fragments in Nodcry were pulled down from the sky using Fatui technology.
Pulled in quotation
The
marks?
first application of this technology was in Conria over 500 years ago.
Did they try to pull down
I used
Celestia?
this technology upon the heavens, and the response I received was none other than Paimon descending from Celestia.
What?
I
Okay.
presented her to the Vinster King, but he took no interest in this gift, nor did it satisfy him. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until, of course, the arrival of the Cataclysm.
So, technically, Paimon is also Canarian?
Paimon's a little confused. You're talking about
How does
things
she
that
not
happened
know
in
any of
Conria
that?
500 years
How
ago.
does she not know?
You're saying Paimon was there for that?
That means Paimon's at least 500 years old.
But Paimon doesn't remember any of that. Falling from the sky, being given away as a gift, none of it.
Having lived through the Cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with some manner of curse. Although, losing your memories would indeed be the smallest price I've ever seen paid.
But it's not just her memories.
Makes you wonder what curse Paimon
Paimon
has.
doesn't even know how she spent the last 500 years.
And when will it bite back?
Years. No matter how hard she tries to remember. What was Paimon like back in Conria? Did she know a whole lot because she came from Celestia?
I'm actually surprised about. I mean, there have been rumors. Well, like, there have been, not rumors, speculations, right? There have been speculations over the
Unfortunately,
ages.
When you arrived in Conria, your consciousness was like that of a newborn infant. None could say what kind of being you once were in Celestia. During the time
Like,
you
I
lived
think
in
there were
Conria,
even, like, assumptions
your
that, oh,
personality
Paimon
was no
will,
different from how it is
will
now.
turn to a bad thing, bad being at the end or something. We are getting to the end, but clearly Paimon is obviously a lot more connected to everything compared to what you might have believed in like at the very beginning. Since no surprise the Winster King wasn't exactly taken by your charm, at least it sounds like you were able to fly under the radar.
Paimon's plan to get her memories back and become super smart is ruined before it could even start. You know, even though Paimon lost her memories, she still feels weirdly close to you for some reason. That must mean you took pretty good care of Paimon back then, huh?
On the contrary, I completely ignored your existence. I was entirely focused on my struggle against Troptatir the Wise.
He was
Now,
basically
as I see it,
treating...
it is as if
I don't really...
you are the only sane thing that survived
Never
that
mind.
era of insanity. And thus, are worthy of protection.
So, that officially means, technically, Paimon is from, well, technically from Celestia, but also technically from Canaria, even.
But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, You still want her, right? You're not going to abandon her?
Why would we do that? You're still Paimon to me, Paimon. As long as you're not the heavenly principles, we're good.
Oh, phew! That's a relief. Paimon's just learning about this too. She's barely even processed it.
Right, I don't have any more questions. Let's talk about what's next.
Thank you for telling me so much. I'm a bit surprised, honestly. I didn't expect you to be quite so transparent with me.
Given the circumstances, the Fatui need not hide anything from our allies.
Allies?
To advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve our issue with the Ruler of Death. And if I presume correctly, you have no intention of letting her actions go unpunished either.
I mean, he literally just saw us fighting against Renova,
That's
so...
right. Ever since she said she intends to reclaim Paimon when we next meet, I figured reconciliation was out of the question.
Yeah, next time they
Against
meet,
an
they are
opponent of
going to
this
fight.
caliber, deliberating over our allegiances would waste time we do not have. We must join forces unreservedly with whomever we can, if we are to stand anything like a fighting chance.
You're going to challenge the Ruler of Death? Just for Paimon? But Paimon's only...
And no buts, I won't back down when it comes to you, Paimon.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, gee. Now Paimon doesn't even know what to say. Anyway, Paimon's super touched.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order, and the Fatui
Oh?
shall hold internal discussions.
Does that mean she won against the monster? I
Time
mean,
for us to meet again.
what else would you have
very
expected? Of course she would have won, but...
Got it.
Sounds
Thanks for your
like
help with
then,
Paimon.
soon...
I'll be sure to look after her for you.
I mean, we are getting close to the end of this version, but I would say then that is a teaser for next version.
Paimon really wants to see what this Mistleton thingy you're gonna use against the Heavenly Principles looks like. Of course, Paimon knows it's top secret and stuff, but
I feel like at this point, he's already told us as much as...
Certainly
Like,
you may.
they've already told us a lot. If it's top secret, at this point, we are also top secret, so... You know.
what if Renova suddenly pops up again? She might take this chance to...
While the technology is not yet fully developed, it has nevertheless reached the stage where Celestia's creations are unable to damage it. In that regard,
Also, they
you may rest
only...
assured.
Renova only activated once they actually turned it on.
Wow. No wonder Paimon felt so
Clearly, it
sorry
seems
for
they don't
me.
bother about
Now
it
it was super far away.
if it's just
Alright
sitting there,
Paimon's
interestingly
ready to take a
enough.
sneaky peek at this top secret super weapon.
Oh? Well, it looks like a giant sword, basically, to be honest. That's what it looked like just now.
Huh? Oh, hey there, Odette!
Right, she had also collapsed outside?
You're okay. Thank goodness. You look well. Have you recovered?
Did she just walk outside? Because we are clearly outside again.
Yep, Paimon's all better. What are you doing here? Were you waiting for us?
That's right. When I woke up, I wanted to go in after you, but the guards had woken up as well. It would have been tough to take them on alone, and there was no easy way to sneak past them. So I returned the way I
Did she
came
hear
and waited
anything
for you
about the
here.
Renova fight? It feels like she probably
It
didn't.
was thanks to you that my soul found its way back to my body so quickly. Thank you.
Huh. That actually worked?
It did,
Nice.
somehow.
I just figured I'd try my luck when that ominous feeling struck me. Really, you should be thanking this thing instead. Anyway, and now that things here
Given
are
to
all
her
taken
by
care
La
of, I
Signora.
have other things I should get back to.
Ah, Director Chuganov, you're back. We just received notice that Project Stuzha has been suspended, so we've convened an emergency meeting.
Okay, now that's going to be a fair point.
This is the
Now, what
preliminary
will
plan.
happen
In addition
to...
to expanding production capacity, we've
Oh,
also
we will
discussed
now see
feasible
him
layout
shutting
plans
everything
to
down, I
optimize
think.
revenue and expenditure structure. Our calculations indicate that the factory's profits will increase by at least 30%. Just give the word, Director.
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Whether they use it just to get by or to run a business, that's up to them. Start preparing to halt production and lay off the staff. Make sure the workers are able to land on their feet and that they are duly
Shogunov
compensated.
just shuts out
Thank
everything
you all for your
outright.
hard work during this time.
Am I hearing you right? Why? After all the tough times we made it through, now is exactly when we should start to turn a profit.
Well,
I just
of course he wasn't there.
suddenly don't want to do this anymore. Huh. Does there have to be a reason? Iskra, it's time to rest.
I wonder if we will actually visit this place at
Dear
some point.
esteemed members of the Rokot, given the effects of Lelik's radical actions upon our organization's reputation and social stability, a decision has been made to permanently withdraw this codename from use.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people are aware who it is.
Considering that Lelik did what they did for the benefit of the people, the Rokot has nevertheless negotiated with the authorities, ultimately securing a waiver for all penalties due to them. Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. Depending on their future performance, they may be allowed to adopt a new codename and continue acting as part of the Rokot. The purpose of this notice is to remind everyone once again that motives and methods are equally important when one operates in the shadows. Even with Project Stuzha's suspension and our interim operational victory, we must guard against complacency and rashness and work to
Shuganov shuts
consolidate
down
the
his
progress
factory.
we have made so far.
Oh, that was seemingly suspended from the
We act
Rokot?
only for the greater
Apparently.
glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm.
We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on.
Oh, again, notably, no one knows what Stus is actually on about. That's the thing, right?
Looks like it's finally over.
Well, technically Stusha is just collecting all
You
the
mean
energy.
for us?
But at the same time,
Just thinking out loud.
we now know what's the actual reason for it.
I've never seen the Snezhnaya Vecha so lively before. I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
Go to Signora's tomb. Oh. Wouldn't have thought she has a tomb here. But then again, it makes sense. She's one of the, she was one of the, Harbingers, so that makes sense. We can't even, change the team, by the way. Oh, someone's up there. No, never mind.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Oh.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds a way to make it her own.
Where frost entombs all sorrows.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
I see, it's basically just lighting up everything.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
As we revisit the history between Odette and
Shush.
Snezhnaya, someone we hadn't seen since 2 point something. Well, I even haven't seen because I haven't played back then.
The Fatui robbed her
Technically,
of the
I
life
did
she
because
should
I
have had.
catch up on all the story, but anyway.
I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet, she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing.
Wait, is Aldakino then nicknamed father and Snezhnaya's nicknamed
Odette will
mother
soon
or
take
something?
the stage at the Koralyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed that she destroyed it.
Paimon's head isn't spinning anymore, and the fever's all gone. Paimon's finally free to fly again.
Interesting things, though. In the end, Odette seemingly is on the path to becoming Harbinger. Although, who knows?
First, but it's such a relief now. Like, who cares if Paimon's a creation of Celestia? She's probably not
Is it a
anyone
good
that
idea that she's screaming it out like this? Probably not.
fun or something. And like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not gonna just... Hey! Hurry up! Why are you walking so slowly?
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuffing your face. I didn't think you'd be able to fly this fast.
Says who? Paimon's
Has Paimon, sorry, has the Traveler already talked to Paimon of what happened?
Paimon originally wanted to check out the bookstores in Snezhnaya.
I feel like I feel like we haven't.
Right now, so let's save that for later. Wait, they've got light novels from Yai Publishing House here too. Huh? And this is Paimon's favorite mystery story from Fontaine. Wow, they got a sequel. The local Snezhnaya books look pretty interesting too, but also kind of heavy. Not the easiest things to look around.
Thinking about it, how big is the backpack of the
You were in
Traveler?
the mood for flying around.
Paimon can read while she flies. Hey, look at these two dolls. Which do you like better?
Oh. What are we going to have to select? Okay. Point to the one that looks like Wojnjanitsa or point to the one that looks like Odette? I honestly kind of like both people. I think if I have to pick, I think it's going to have to be Odette, because I kind of like her design more. But I also kind of like Wojnjanitsa. But I think I kind of have to go with Odette, to be honest. I would like to not have to pick, but I think I'm going to have to pick Odette.
Alright, boss, we'll take both. Paimon will have the other one.
Yes.
Oh,
I wonder if we
I
can
thought
put
were
that
only
in
getting
the.
one. All right.
I thought we.
fine,
I wonder if we
okay.
can put that in the teapot.
There you are. Thanks for visiting.
Surely we can.
And then, huh?
Oh, it's one of those dolls.
Huh?
It's one of those Russian dolls.
Huh?
Yeah, because that's how it works.
How many layers does this thing have? And what are you laughing at? Huh. You knew all along, didn't you?
Of course I did.
A whole bunch of people are gathered
Of
over by the
course I
plaza.
did.
Hey, look! That looks like Tartaglia! Hey, Tartaglia!
I know that voice. Of course. If it isn't Paimon and my old comrade. You're looking well, Paimon. All better?
Luckily, yes.
The jester knew I was wrong and fixed Paimon right up! Thanks for sending someone to keep Paimon safe, too.
Oh, yeah. About that. That was kind of embarrassing. Who could have known that our director would go looking for you in person? So sorry for the misunderstanding. Oh, right. Let me introduce you. This is my little sister, Tonya.
Is it just me or doesn't she even look that much different?
Hello, Tonya.
Actually, they share the hair color at the very minimum.
Hello. Firstly, I'm really sorry about my brother. Sounds like he's caused you no end of trouble.
Not really.
Hey now, why'd you have to start with that? Not that it isn't true, of course.
So she's the real Tonya.
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't show, she got a little worried and went outside.
Wait, you mean you didn't even tell Tonya I'd be going in your place?
I know, right? He didn't bother to say a word to me. I searched up and down the city for him, and he only told me about it when I finally
Well,
got
that
near the gates of
explains why she never showed up, because she went looking for
I've been rushed off my feet lately, so I didn't get the chance to go home. I just figured the Traveler would fill you
Well,
in
we
when he got
can't
there.
really do that if we can't even find her.
Well, the snow was bad, and you're never late. So I was really worried about you. How was I supposed to know that you'd stood me up?
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am. I'll make it up to you somehow. Just... please don't tell Mom and Dad.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings, it's probably for the best that the real Tonya didn't get caught up in that mess. Besides, it's obvious that
Well, that would have
Tartaglia
been
isn't
even a
usually one to
greater
break a
mess.
promise. He only gave his ticket to me because he had to
Although
look into Lelith.
I wonder if that would have made things more obvious. See, it's really my fault for being late. I should have come to find you first.
No, it's fine. It just meant I didn't get to see the show
Still,
in the end.
wait, there's no... I mean, to be fair, the other one shared a description, I think. That was the thing.
I would say the best is yet to come.
Well, that's one way to put that.
What kind of review is that?
That's one way to put it. Well, and guess who's there? And a few more characters that we haven't even introduced to, we haven't even been introduced to yet, I think? Or at least, at a minimum, I don't recognize them. But I would say that's going to be a bit of a tease of who will await us in the next version, I suspect. And there you go. That'll be it with the main story from 7.0 even. We are already in the 7th. Honestly, I think that is probably the best 0.0 version in quite some time. I'm just gonna say it as it is. I feel like it's probably the best 0.0 version that we have seen in a while. If I have to compare the stories from Genshin at the very minimum, I don't recall Fontaine catching me like this. After Fontaine came Natlan, that's when I already started streaming. That's when I was struggling with Genshin. Not Cryo, wasn't like, yeah, I think in terms of the 0.0 versions, I think Genshin probably has, for the time being, 7.0 probably takes the cake. Compared to other games, maybe as well. At the very minimum, compared to the other Hoyo games, I'm excited to see where Snezhnaya continues. I am really excited to see that. Anyway, it's time for me to close off for tonight. A little later than expected, but that's because I was trying to set up certain things. If you are watching on mobile, you may have seen it. I still have to improve that, but if you were watching on mobile, you probably saw a vertical layout. Very simple one. But you saw a vertical screen for the first time. On YouTube specifically, there was already a vertical stream, but it was just cropped. So now, in this case, you actually saw a proper vertical layout on that. Maybe some things soon to come as well. I'll have to really tinker with that, I think. But I still have to figure out some stuff in parallel, but either way. I think it worked fine-ish. It's not perfect. And it's a bit of a caveat of how Twitch works, but either way. Next stream will be on Thursday. It's probably going to be Star Wars. I'll have to think about it. But either way, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, then you know what to do. Leave a like, follow, subscribe. Depends on where you're watching, of course. And other than that, I will see you on Thursday for the next stream. Have a good night.